Marie, welcome in.
Thank you.
How are you?
How old am I?
How are you?
Oh, how are I? Well, fine.
You're doing fine?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to give you a chance today to tell us your story, and we're going to start all the way back. You were born on August 29th, 1936?
Yes.
You're 89 years old.
Yes.
You don't look a day over 40.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
What can you tell me about, go back as far as you can remember. What can you tell me about being born in the 30s and growing up back then?
Well, let's start out with kind of like a little bit knowing that I was 2 years old when my father had a massive heart attack and passed away. So I never got to know my father. So that meant somebody had to take care of us. So my aunt left her home with her mother, her parents, and she came to live with us. And she went out and worked and brought her salary home to take care of us. Well, once she got married, of course, that all changed, and my mother went to work. So I have a lot of aunts, a lot of uncles, and a lot of love. So they kind of pulled us through.
And, do you remember your experience in school? I saw you went to Rosati Kane High School.
I went to St. Laborious first.
Okay.
That's the grade school. And then after that, I went to Rosati Kane, which I hated at first. I hated it. I wanted to go where the boys were.
Yeah.
And so I skipped school
You skipped school?
for a whole week.
Uh-oh.
I went to Central High School. Okay, didn't join or nothing like that. Yeah, I don't know how I did that. But anyway, when my mother found out that I had been gone for a week from school, I got holy hell.
You got in some trouble, did you?
Oh, my mom never hit us. She would use her voice, say what she wanted to say. But boy, she actually took a strap, and I got real, indignant, crossed my arms, and decided that, go ahead. Oh, boy.
I bet you never skipped school again, did you?
No, I did not, and I am so proud to have gone to a school like Rosati Kane and have graduated from there.
And if I'm doing my math correctly, if you were born in 1936, that means you probably graduated in 1954, 55?
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of student were you? Other than the time you skipped school, were you a good student?
I say I was the clown of the group. To me, school was social. It wasn't for learning.
Do you remember a lot about your friends that you spent a lot of time with? What did Marie and her group of friends do back in the 1940s and early 50s? What did you do for fun?
With our friends? Oh, well, that was a ritual. Once we got off of school, got on our bus and went down to St. Louis City, we wound up at Katz. That was like a pharmacy type place. And we got cherry Cokes were the big deal, and cigarettes.
Cherry Coke and cigarettes?
Yes.
How much was a cherry Coke back then? What were you paying? A couple pennies?
God. That I don't remember.
Don't remember?
I honestly don't. I don't remember. I would give you a false number.
I got to ask you this. You got caught skipping school that time. Did you get caught buying cigarettes?
Oh, we always had cigarettes.
Did your mom know about that?
Oh, my God, no.
What would have happened if mom would have caught you with a cigarette?
I really... I know I probably wouldn't have liked it, whatever she done, because she didn't believe it, especially women, Well, in that time, there was a big difference between a man and genders.
Sure.
So you know, a man could smoke, but a woman couldn't, something deals like that. Oh, I didn't. I continued smoking behind her back till I was about 52 years old.
And then you quit?
Then I quit.
Was it hard? Was quitting a hard experience? I know a lot of people really have a tough time quitting. Did you have a hard time quitting?
Well, what happened was a few times, I was married at the time and had family, and cigarettes to us was like $2.22 a carton. We used to go to a gasoline station and have gas wars and cigarette wars and all that kind of stuff. And we would go once a week, my husband, we pick up a carton for him and a carton for me, It was just, so I decided I'm going to quit. Couldn't do it. After I'm 52 years old, I'm at my home, and the lady that helped me clean my house once every 2 weeks, I said to her, Dee, this is it. And I took my cigarette and I put it out in an ashtray, and it was the end of it. I kept a pack of cigarettes in my cedar chest, never used them, and I felt that was a God thing, a God sent, really. I didn't feel like it was me, because I'm a person that I don't know, like if I want to eat, I want to eat. But that, I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't me that did it, that somebody was the higher power had taken care of that.
And you haven't had a cigarette since you were 52?
No, and I will not touch one yet.
Good for you. That's great.
Yes.
Did you have any brothers and sisters? Were you?
I had actually 3 brothers. The first brother, I'm Italian, and so you're kind of like named after your relatives
Sure.
and so forth. And the firstborn of my mother, dies at birth. Her umbilical cord strangled the child. So his name was Little Joe. Then my other brother, who was I considered my oldest brother, it was Joey. And then I had a wonderful brother. They were all. Joey was 10 years older than I am, so that doesn't connect. But my other brother, Salvatore, oh, God love him, he was my pal. I admired him like he was, you wouldn't believe it. He was only, 6 years older than me, maybe. Yeah.
But you were close with him?
Very close.
Very close?
And I get to be close to my older brother when he is not well, and goes to heaven, And then I found out, guess who was the most everything. The way I would do my book work I'm a fanatic about organization, okay? And my brother, when I went through his things and was taking care of his paperwork and all that, it was like it was so similar how we were in character, even in faith, the faith of God. Yeah, same way. I mean, really, and that's how I get to know my oldest brother at the last. But I'm glad I got to know him.
What was his name?
Joseph.
Oh, that was Joe?
Yeah,
Joseph?
that was Joseph, Joey, Little Joe, I call him.
And Salvatore.
It's all over by Salvatore.
It doesn't get much more Italian than that.
He was 39 years old when he had a massive heart attack and passed away. And I'll be really honest with you. That is when I was 35 years old when my brother passed away, Salvatore. I went from a little independent girl on my mom, on my husband, And I changed from a child to a woman.
When Salvatore passed away, that's what kind of forced you to grow up a little bit? Or you were
Little
older,
bit,
so you were grown
a
up, but
whole lot for me.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So you graduate high school from Rosati Kane in 1954.
correct.
You're 18 years old.
Right.
What do you do after high school?
I get married
You get married
at 18.
at 18
At a big
to
18.
Richard?
Yes.
How did you meet Richard?
How'd I meet him?
Uh-huh.
I met him at we had, dancing was a big deal for us. And, like, if I say this, I don't know if they'll understand. My kids maybe will. We had, like, confectionery stores where you go buy candy and stuff like that. And the smart guys that knew how to make money would have a back room that just had a jukebox in it. And that's where we would take our sodas. And I mean, he made money off of that. And I loved it. I loved dancing. I always have.
Now, this is going back a long time, but do you remember the first time you saw Richard or the first time you met him?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about it.
We all decide, okay, close down the confectionery. So we go out to what they called Patacelos. I don't know if it's still there or not, in Spanish Lake.
Okay.
So we all went out. I had really my eyes on another guy.
Another guy?
I did.
Okay.
And we all go out to Patacelos, okay? And I'm dancing, and I look over. He was a very, very handsome man. But he looked like he was 20, and I looked, because I was little, 12. And yes, that's how I met him.
Do you remember your first date, your first official date with Richard?
We didn't have dates like you would call dates. We drove around. I didn't drink. I don't like to. I don't like the taste of it. So I don't drink, but I smoke. At that time, and my husband was a drinker. He was a young man, you know. Their cans of beers were everywhere in their coat pockets or inside coat pocket or whatever. So, but that's what we would do.
And how long were you going out with Richard before you two decided that it was time to get married?
The following year, after my graduation, 1955, April 23rd, 1955.
That's your wedding date?
Yes.
Do you remember much about that day?
Oh, I remember all of it. Yes.
Tell me about it.
Oh, well, my husband gets in a big accident the night before,
Oh, no.
picking up a car that we're going to be using the next day. And he takes my cousin with him, so there's two of them in a car. Well, the way I find out all this is when I wake up on my wedding day, I'm told not to be upset. Nobody got really hurt. He had a few, like, especially on the ring finger where it was good. The ring was going to go.
Uh-huh.
That was kind of messed up a little bit, so forth. But everything else was okay. So it starts out kind of... I married and I got married at Our Lady Help of Christian. It's still longer there. Italian church. And guess we had our wedding and our wedding reception.
Was it a big reception? Did you have a lot of people there?
Yes, about 250.
250?
Like that.
Wow.
We had a very good time and so forth. But you're rushing through things. And then we did the ceremonies like carry the tray of Italian cookies around and kind of get to be able to say hi to everybody as they take their cookies and enjoy them. And Richelieu's, who is still in business, made our cake and made our cookies. It was delicious.
Was Richard, and the last name is Quicke?
Yes.
That doesn't sound Italian.
Oh, no. He wanted to be.
He wanted to be Italian.
He was a wannabe.
Did you have Italian food at the wedding reception?
They don't, probably spaghetti, I'm sure. I don't really recall my mom took care of all that, the food and so forth at the time. I was young. I was a kid.
Yeah.
So she kind of took care of that.
Do you remember much about when Richard proposed?
In an alley.
Romantic.
Oh, very.
Did he ask your mother's permission?
I don't recall.
Not sure.
I don't recall that. I really don't. I don't know if that. I don't think that was. Maybe it was, but we didn't. I don't know. I don't really recall because I didn't have a father, so it was kind of hard for him to,
Typically, you'd ask the father permission to marry the daughter.
Right,
that
right.
wasn't possible in your situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you guys go on a honeymoon after? Did you go on a trip to celebrate?
No, we were kind of like in the poor family type thing. We couldn't afford it at the time. But we do finally go on a little honeymoon after we get settled in and save a little money. And we went to the Ozarks. They used to, not the Ozarks. Well, it is the Ozarks, actually. We went to a place where all kids, congregated, like like Florida, when they go on their spring break.
Sure.
We went to, what did we do? I almost lost my train of thought there. It was nice breakfast and sand, and it was put up not for that because it's mostly young kids. Although we all were pretty young when we got married at that time. It was nothing for 18, 19-year-olds to be married. It was normal.
That was normal then?
It was normal.
So then you get married at 18 years old.
I 2 more months I was 19.
Going to be 19. How long after you're married to Richard did you guys start your family?
Not until we got married in 1923. Woo.
Don't make yourself older than you really are.
Huh?
Don't make yourself older than you are.
That's what I'm saying. I go, woo. I'm a zombie. I was 23, going to be 24. And he was the same age as me.
Okay. And that's when you had your first child?
Yes.
Which was Mary Ann, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So Mary Ann was born first. Tell me a little bit about Mary Ann as a baby, as a child.
She's really beautiful baby, but she was very, very tiny. Born, got a lot of weight. I think 5 pounds, some ounces. And she had really a lot of hair, dark hair. She looked like a little dago.
Okay. And then a few years later comes Richard Jr., Rick?
Rick comes next. And Rick was always, he was my easy child. He really, really, truly was. He's a prince of a man today. So, yes.
What made him so easy as a child?
He just was a gentle person.
I work with somebody here that says that most kids are usually either combative or compliant. I'm guessing Richard Jr. was the compliant sort. He wanted to make mom happy.
I don't know what he did behind my back. I thought he was compliant until I found out that school had called me, and it was his first time ever a complaint, and Catholic school, and What does he say to a teacher? Done. I got to go to the can, man. Well, you just didn't talk like that. And here's me. Of course, one of those mothers that put their heads in the damn sand. Oh, my son would never say that bullcrap. Believe me when I tell you, your kids will do with that when you're not around.
What kind of punishment did Richard have when he got home that day? Were you a disciplinarian? Were you tough on your kids?
No, I'm an enabler. No,
You're an enabler. What about your husband? Was he?
he was very more scary, a lot scarier for the kids. Yeah, I mean he was really got a disciplinarian, but he got told that everything he did wrong. How the right way was to do it.
So then after Rick comes Teresa. Teresa was your third?
Almost 30 years old then.
You were almost 30?
Almost 30 when I had Teresa.
Okay.
And she was born what they call preemie. Nothing was wrong with her. A preemie baby was like low weight and so forth. She was, you had to be. She was a little bit smaller than her sister, her older sister.
Mm-hmm.
So she was a little bit, Wait, what did I say? Did I say she was a little older? She was a little less weight than her sister.
Right.
Which puts them in like babies that are being born early.
Were you working at this time, or were you just a stay-at-home mom?
House. Are you kidding? I was a wild housewife.
Because then one of the things I was going to talk to you about, and we can get to that in a minute, was some of the jobs that you had. But before we talk about your jobs and some of the businesses that you owned and operated, tell me a little bit about, now that you have 3 kids at this point, what is life like for you and Richard and the 3 kids? Was there family vacations? Like, what do you remember about your family?
We didn't get to go on family vacations till few years married. I think maybe Marianne was 5, which would, they're all 3 years apart. So we go to the Ozarks, and then we finally fell in love with Kentucky. And then we would go there every year. It'd be a ritual. Things they like to do, bumper cars and paint their faces and all that kind of stuff. They did those things then.
Did all 3 of the kids, some siblings don't always see eye to eye. Did your 3 kids get along well?
If you're around Italian people, you will know. They will scream and holler and cuss each other out sometimes. But at the end, it's always love.
Always love.
Always love. Very, very. That's why I feel like, for myself, that caused my dad passing away. Was even though was a baby, 2 years old, sensed the loss, and that part of my life, and I had the children done. I had to go to therapy, see what was going on, and I was getting depressed.
I got to ask you this question, and they're older now, so I don't think they can take too much offense to it. But out of Marianne, Rick Jr., and Teresa, you said Rick was your sweetheart. He was easy.
Still is.
Who gave you the most trouble?
Teresa, Marie, Montgomery.
The girls were more trouble, huh?
Oh, she would like to do everything you were supposed to do. She beat to a different drum.
That's okay.
Yeah. No.
Not
it
okay.
wasn't. You remember, I don't know, you're kind of young too, that the sitcom with, the famous actor, he's now a grown man and so forth. Oh, uh, they belonged to a school. It was important. They were like little tough guys and stuff like that.
I'm not sure what that one is.
Yeah, oh, yes, you would. He, it'll come to me.
Okay.
His name. He's still an actor. Oh, you would remember too. The dancing. With the dancing, the musical dancing.
I'm drawing a blank.
Who?
I don't know.
Oh, you really? See, you're that young.
Fred Astaire. Fred Astaire.
No,
Not Fred Astaire.
a little bit higher. He's an actor now. Dark Italian guy.
This is gonna
Staying alive, staying alive.
John Travolta.
Who?
John Travolta.
Got it.
What was the TV show? Was that Welcome Back, Kotter?
No, I can't remember. It wasn't Welcome Back, Cotter. It was, I wish I could remember that. I can't remember the name of the show. But,
Not the movie Grease, was it?
what?
Grease, the movie?
Oh, no, I
No.
can do that one. But, no. No, it's back farther than that. That's just when he first starts out as an actor. He's on television, and he does a sitcom. That's what he does.
Yeah.
So that is who Trussell thought was really neat when high school put her in that type of a class.
Okay.
Ooh, she was one of the big shots, But yes,
We're talking about TV, and I'm just curious. Do you remember? Because growing up,
I'm talking about TV too.
what do you remember the first time you had a TV in your house?
Yes, I was in high school.
You were in high school.
I was in high school.
Were you one of the first families to have one, or
No.
everybody else around you
No,
kind of already had it?
No, not with my mom supported three, no. So it was a small one, but it did the trick. Yes.
All right, let's talk about. I was looking over the information that Nikki gave me, and you were the owner of, is it Clean All Car Wash?
Well, yes, I did. We both owned Klee, K-L-E, and no longer there. But yes, we did. We washed the trucks for the post office called procurement. You go to bid on them and so forth. But my husband did all the bidding, the pricing of what the bid should be, because that's how you got it. And we went against, I'll be very honest, we went against a business that contained water in their trucks and so forth. We didn't have that. We only had hose. So I got permission from Washington, D.C., that if I paid for the water that I was using, I could make the bids. We won every bid.
You won every bid.
We won every bid.
And how long was this business in the family? How long were you guys doing this?
That was actually a weekend thing, because your postal trucks were on the road, so you had to be stationary to do this. So that would be a Saturday and Sunday job.
Got it.
My husband worked very hard.
He was a hard worker?
Very hard worker. Very, very good worker, very, very loyal. He worked for Hillbean Lumber Company. And now they're no longer in business either.
Okay. You also were the owner-operator of Miss Kitty's Hair Salon?
Miss Kitty's Hair and Nail Salon. Yes, it was the best part of my life.
That was the best part of your life?
For me. I was just 40 years old.
Okay.
And the girls are younger, of course, because they just got out of beauty school and stuff. And it just kept you young. That's why you see the differences by 89 or what. You know, I don't know if it's the looks. I think it's more who I like to associate with.
Where was Miss Kitty's?
It started out in Hazelwood, Missouri. I lived in Florida. We lived in Florissant at the time. So they took a great big building and turned it into like all little tiny stores. There'd be a bead store, there'd be a dress shop, there'd all kinds of things. And we put in a little, because it was called Miss Kitty's Hair and Nail Shop, it goes back to Gunsmoke.
I've heard of Gunsmoke. I don't know that I've ever
But
seen
anyway,
Gunsmoke.
We took the name Miss Kitty's from that because she was a owner of a salon and she had women that worked for her and so forth. And I was Miss Kitty.
You were Miss Kitty.
Not really.
Were you just operating the
I don't even know how to do my own hair.
That's what I was going to ask. Were you doing hair and nails for people? You just ran the place.
I am of the opinion that when you do things, that if you do too many things, you're not good at it. You're not as passionate, you're not as caring, and so forth. I don't believe that you could. It's hard to be behind a chair cutting hair and tinting color and all that stuff, and having salespeople come in. You know, that's very hard to juggle.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a daughter, Mary Ann, that also came aboard after she got married. She actually apprenticed in my salon. But all my kids did. Only my girls were hairdressers. But they apprenticed in the salon, and it was just wonderful. I fell in love with every little girl that came to me. I felt like I became a mother than I really a boss. That's why I say I'm an enabler.
You're an enabler.
Too many chances.
Yeah. And how long was Miss Kitty's around for?
Almost 30 years.
Almost 30 years?
Mm-hmm.
And it was on your sheet that you own some other businesses too, but it didn't tell me what they were. What other work did?
What they were, you see them all the time at the ballpark. The souvenirs guys that sell souvenirs.
Yeah.
My husband's uncle was in that kind of work, and he asked my husband to help him, and my husband really took over, you know, by his permission. His uncle's permission. You know, it wasn't just a take away from somebody. But, yeah, so my husband, I did the clean all truck wash, actually. Okay, it was a Saturday and Sunday. He does the other two jobs. So we always were a team.
And Richard is no longer with us, correct?
No.
What year did you lose Richard?
He died 9 years ago.
9 years ago? I also like to ask some of the cultural questions, things that were going on at different periods. Do you remember, for example, do you remember the day that JFK Jr. was shot?
Ah, yes, I was at one of the stores shopping, the big one, the malls. That one was in North County. And Northwood. It was called Northwood. And yes, it shook me to, yes. I had just picked up my daughter, who my mom had stayed with my mom the night before because my mom was always one of my children. But yes, it really was very traumatic.
And I've heard some people say that in their opinion, that was kind of the day that America kind of changed in some ways. I don't know if people felt like they lost their innocence or if people started to be less trusting. Did you notice anything like that? Did you feel like a shift when that happened?
I think that the president and his wife, Mrs. Kennedy, was the president, of course, we're talking about. They were more modern, more younger. They were a young couple, too. I mean, they were older than us, but they were so young that for us, if I have to say for me and my husband, and not that big of a deal. I mean, that was a lot of mourning, because he was a young man with fresh ideas, and he just liked sports, and he just fit in with everybody, it seemed like. And there was and we really, really, really did honor him.
What about the moon landing?
The who?
When they landed on the moon?
Oh, we were in the car coming back from the Ozarks.
Really? You remember that?
Yeah.
I guess, were you listening to that on the radio? Is that something that they put on the radio that night?
We were coming home. We were on the radio when the last part was coming in and all that. Yes, that was exciting.
Was your family in, like you mentioned, like the souvenirs? Was the Quicke family into sports? The St. Louis Cardinals, was that a thing? And
oh my God, that's where my husband's other job was. I told you, I didn't tell you at that, right?
Tell me about it.
Souvenirs, okay. Yeah, that type of thing, making the money, I guess, from it. Yes, yeah. My husband wasn't in no sports of any kind or nothing like that.
No. Some of the memorable life experiences that was listed for me, it mentioned spending a lot of time with Uncle Mike when you were a kid.
Yes, there's an Uncle Mike.
Tell me about Uncle Mike. Was this...
He was a very good-looking man, too. He was my mom's youngest brother. He was really only a couple of years older than my oldest brother, Joey. Not little Joe, Joe.
Joe, yep.
And he and my aunt, I mean, I loved them both. He was just his own man. He was a man's man, that's what I would say.
And he probably had a lot to do with kind of raising or helping out with the family since your dad had passed?
No. My Uncle Nick, who was the oldest brother, was like the one that Mom would call up and say, you need to come over and talk to her about this. She's missing school, stuff like that, you know. My Uncle Mike probably would have taken me somewhere to have fun.
That he was the fun uncle.
What?
Uncle Mike was the fun uncle?
More not my age, because he was a lot older than me, but more, yes, more fun to be around.
Sure.
My other uncle, my oldest Uncle Nick, he was not just the disciplinarian. You just thought of him as you thought of him as the head of the family.
Okay.
The family.
And we talked about your kids. We talked about Mary Ann and Rick and Teresa. But you also, how many grandchildren do you have?
I have grandchildren. I have five that I have. I don't want to miss any because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings here. This is to remember me by. There's a worse. What name him? Can I name him?
Please.
There was, firstborn was Karen Tara Nicole, Mary Ann, Tressa. No, Erica. After Erica was Tressa's mine.
Andrea?
Who?
Andrea?
Oh, my Andrea, my baby Andrea, yeah. And then Andrea's the last of the girls. That's the 4 girls.
Okay.
And Matt, it was really my daughter Teresa's husband's, but he had a child before they had married.
Okay.
But he was my grandson too, and loved as much as the others were loved, and still is.
Did we name them all, or did you leave anybody out?
Oh, that was it. You asked my grandchildren, did you?
Right.
And
Ryan?
no, these are that. Ryan is a great grandchild.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait. Is he? He's my son's. My son's son. That would be my grandson.
Nikki, who are we missing, Nikki?
Ryan, Jason, and Lauren.
Oh, and then my son, who was the quiet one, of course, he had the 5 children. He has 5 children, and he's a wonderful, wonderful father and a caring father. My family is connected pretty well, but we're human. So, I mean, it's not perfect every day of the week. But when it comes down to when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Tim and Drew.
Tim and Drew?
Oh, now they're a little bit special, like Nikki kind of was, and her sister Andrea, because I lived with them for a few times for a while when I really would get mad at Rich. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you're closer to them because you see them every day. They go to school. You know more about them. And there was a different bond. There was, at first, not today, but a bond that was different, a little bit closer. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, of course. Another thing that was listed on the sheet that I have about you, when your Sal passing away was a memorable experience in your life. Tell me about Sal.
That was the one I said I turned from a little girl.
Oh, okay. That was the one.
Independent.
Oh, Salvatore.
I became a woman immediately.
Gotcha. Let's talk about you mentioned you got a big family.
Yes, I do.
Grandkids, great grandkids.
Oh, my. Yes.
Tell me about some of the family traditions that have come about over the years.
First of all, I think the biggest one would be Christmas. We would like to have Christmas Eve would be where we would go to. All my family, and then my aunts and uncles would come over to my home, my mom's home, and we'd meet there at that. We'd go to midnight mass, and then the tradition was we had our Italian sausage, Italian bread. And that's when they cook at 12 o'clock, after a 12 o'clock mass at night. Here they are, we're cooking sausage and stuff like that. That was kind of very close, very close to, from one of my cousins to the aunt, the uncles. It was just, you did things differently. You did things not because it was your brother, your sister. You took care of each other. That's where we all learned, as my age, and the younger ones learned too, to take care of the family, Family comes first.
Family comes first.
Yes.
And I wanted
No,
to ask.
first comes my God.
Okay.
Then comes my family.
God and then family. And I wanted to ask you this earlier, and now since we were talking about food again, I feel like I can ask this now. Was your mother a good cook?
On some things.
What do you remember? What was the best thing your mom cooked?
Oh, my best thing my mom cooked was every Sunday she'd take chicken and bake it and the stuffing. The stuffing was delicious. Absolutely delicious. We tried it. We don't really copy it as well as she did it, but that's the days that's what we really miss.
Now,
Like Thanksgiving,
your mom was a good cook. Did those cooking skills get passed down to you? Are you a good cook?
I was on certain things, like pork chops or things like that. I wasn't a fancy cook like I have an older daughter, Mary Ann. Could probably cook anything you wanted if you got her the time to do it. But she's kind of one of those that is, whatever she does very well. She's very, very, very intelligent young lady. So she's really good at things like that.
So if you were going to have a guest of honor back in the day, what would you have been cooking? What was your specialty? What would you have made for a special guest?
Probably you would have got spaghetti, tzatziki, meatballs, things like that. In that type of, you'd probably be Italian.
Have you ever in your whole life, you're 89 years old, have you ever gotten to go and visit Italy? Have you been to Italy?
To Italy?
Have you been there?
Yes, I have.
How was it?
When I was on the boat going to dock, I started crying because they were playing music with it, which made it more dramatic. And I looked up and I said, "Hey, Mom, hey, Dad, look where I am."
Special moment.
Yes, very special. It's in my heart, yes.
Have you only been the one time?
Just the one time. We went from Rome to all over. I mean, I can't tell you, we did a lot of walking.
A lot of walking. Have you, in all those years, did you travel outside of the country to anywhere else? Did you go to anywhere?
No. Oh, yes, that was my girlfriends.
Where'd you go?
Oh, we went to. Oh, we loved our most important. We loved our ships. The sea ships, because you got to dine. With lobster tail.
Ooh.
And, dancing, fun. A lot of fun with my friends. Yeah.
All right. A couple of questions here as we get a little closer to the end. How do you think life has changed? Some for the good, some for the bad, but how is life different now compared to when you think back to your younger self? How has life changed? What's different? What's better? What's worse over the course of the 89 years that you've been with us?
Well, I'll start out with the bad and end up with the good. I think there is less respect for your elders. I think that not just for me I'm talking in general. People are more, their time is so eaten up with work. I mean, the girls all work. I mean, and they're very good workers. They have very good positions. And I have a nurse. That's Nicole. I have whatever they're doing. They're all my granddaughters are excellent at. Respect. I'm not talking about my own family now. I'm talking about the world
Sure, yeah.
in general. And my family, though, each home makes their own home. You know, and you are a product of your environment, so every child is going to be different, every this and that, you know. But that's the part I don't like. I don't like the disrespect, not just of people, of that they don't think there's other people in the world.
Yeah.
That is the part that I'm talking about.
People just maybe a lot more selfish now than they were.
Absolutely. They are selfish with their time. They have to be there, though. Yes. It's all, yes. Yes.
Okay, what about for the good?
The good always beats the hell out of the bad.
Well, give me an example. What's better now
In other
than?
words, what I'm saying is you might experience a lot of sad things in your life, but we also had joy things. You know, not just my family, the world. You know, I think that I like put a plug in for your Trump. I love him. He's a man I feel chosen by God to lead our country to where we want to be. And I really believe in him. He's not doing it for the money. He got a big ego. That I don't like. I wish he would stop that.
I don't know what makes you say that.
Yeah. But other than that, that's all I got to say about good. The big change. The big change is in children's respect. It's mainly children that less respect, you know, but then it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. We all know that. I mean, if you see a man sitting and a pregnant woman standing on a bus, oh, very thoughtful.
This question might be tough, and if you can't answer it, that's okay. But when do you think you were what would be the happiest day of your life? Or if it's hard to pick one, pick two or three.
I'm going to say it this way. When my family is happy, I am happy. That's all I can say. That's the truth. If there's someone in my family with problems, I have to go to that family. I got to go to that person. I can't give up on that person. And, you know, and of course, that's how it is. It's just go to the one that needs you. And then you maybe look like that's your favorite. Really, it isn't. I love them all the same.
Sure.
Yes. It's just who needs me. If you don't need me, then why give it to the next guy, you know? And that goes with my great-grandchildren, too. I mean, I have a little one that does my laundry now, but it really is developing her, it's building her confidence. I mean, I let her make her first paycheck out. We took a picture of it, you know, and so forth. And then I asked her a question, because this year I will not buy Christmas presents because I can't get out and do that anymore. But I asked her, I said, oh, what do you want for Christmas? What did you ask your family for? And she was doing my laundry. All she does is fold my clothes. That's all. I do all the other part of it. And she goes, oh, this band, I don't know who his name is or what. It's a book that she really wants. I don't know who the band is, but it's a kid. She's more like a 15-year-old, even though she's only 11, 12 years old. She said, oh, this so-and-so. So for the first paycheck, she gets her money for working, what our agreement was, and also for not her Christmas present, but because I wanted to, I said, oh, while you're making the check out, what does that cost for that book? So I had her put that in for her. Things to build their character.
There you go.
To make them help. My children, never. I taught this from day one. When you do something for somebody, don't look for the cookie.
That's great advice.
True. Do it because you're helping somebody.
That's really, really good advice. What do you know now, at 89 years old, about living a happy, successful, fulfilling life that 20-year-old Marie didn't know?
To say the end part, I get here.
What do you know now about living a happy and healthy and successful life that you didn't maybe know when you were 20? If you could talk to 20-year-old Marie, what would you tell her?
Told you I was 35 years old before I became a woman, so I thought like a child.
That's true.
I depended on my mom and my husband. I mean, they were, you really probably thought I was, it was just, I didn't know that I know what I do. But my husband gave me a freeway. He didn't like horror me like I'm the man and you're the woman, you know. He kind of like, he was easy. My mom was the harder one. So that I started being the boss.
How do you want your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, they're going to watch this, they're going to listen to it years and years and years down the road. How do you want them to remember you?
As loving them, doing what I do, maybe a little harsher at times. I don't believe I'm that harsh. I'm too easy. But I just want them to love each other, to take over, and be better than that, be better, rise above all this selfishness we were talking about and so forth. For them to think of, to look beyond when somebody does something. Don't make judgment. Let that person reach their own. They will if you help them by being. Don't be the judger, because there's only one judger. He's our Lord. So.
One more question. You're 89. You've done a lot. You've seen a lot. What do you still want to do? What's still on your to-do list?
If I could, I'd be still in the beauty shop business.
Bring Miss Kitty's back.
Oh, I would. I loved the girls that worked for me. I was like their mom. I wasn't a boss. That's what I said. I was easy. I guess that would be what it. I still like business. I still keep up with things that are like what's going on in the world. My favorite is actually news now. I gotta know all the news.
What do you watch, CNN?
No. Are you seeing that? I'm sorry.
No, I was making I was making a joke because of what you said earlier.
One of my favorites is News something.
Newsmax.
They're kind of close to Fox.
Yeah.
Fox is my favorite, and I have my favorites on that. It's those two. Sometimes I think Fox is going towards sometimes telling you too much. We're not stupid people. Let us do our own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell us what's going on, but don't tell us what your thoughts are or how you feel. That's not your job. You're a journalist.
Right.
You should continue to be a journalist. You should give us the facts. Let us decide. Might not be good, but I think we should make the decisions.
All right. Last thing here. You see this camera right here behind me? If you want to look into that, and one last message for your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, what would you tell them?
I would tell them I will love them forever and ever and ever, even in eternity. And I want every one of them to be up there with me, and we'll start another big to-do up there.
That's wonderful. Marie, I've had a lot of fun talking to you, getting to know you a little bit. You sound like you had a great have a great family. You've had a great life, and I'm happy that I was here to help you tell your story.
And thank you. You were easy to follow because I was scared to death to come here.
I tried to be gentle.
You are. You're a gentle man.
Oh, thank you, Marie.